Hello, everyone. Ian McMillan here from Fansided, joined by very special guest Darren Waller, tight end, New York Giants, just a couple of days away from making his New York Giants debut. Darren partnered with Invisalign, who has helped over 350 NFL players across 32 NFL teams receiving treatment. It is the number one doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. I'm going to talk to you, Darren, about Invisalign. But of course, we do got to talk about this weekend because you are making your Giants debut. And it is a big one because Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. How excited are you for Sunday night?
Definitely excited. I mean, matchups like this, the Sunday night game, I mean, it's like if you play football, it's like what other environment would you want to play in? What other opponent would you rather play? Just like supremely talented team in the Cowboys. So I'm just excited to take the stage, man.
And I think you come from an NFC East household too, don't you? So you're a little bit familiar with these NFC East games.
That's correct, man. Watching the NFC East go to war since I was a kid. You know, Pops was a Giants fan, Mom's Washington fan. So seeing all the battles, seeing them emotionally invested and just seeing like it's just, I think it's like 20-something years in a row where it's been a new division winner. So it's just the competition of it is what excites me the most.
Now, speaking of family, you are the great-grandson, I found out about, legendary New York-based jazz pianist and composer Fats Waller. I know you dabble in hip-hop as well, so you got some music in your background. Now that you're in New York playing for the Giants, have you got the chance to explore the music scene in New York at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to branch out. I've been getting recommendations as far as like spots to see some jazz. Went out and I was able to catch a little bit of a day of the Governor's Ball out in Queens through some of the Interscope people that looked out. But yeah, I'm trying to get into more of those scenes, low key scenes where people are just jamming out, playing live music. That's something I love to do.
I love it. I just moved to New York a couple of years ago. Village Vanguard is the one big jazz club that I've been to. Enjoyed my night there. But speaking of your time with the Giants now, this is your first season with the Giants. You've already proven to be a leader on this team, being named team captain. Congratulations on that. But I do want to know, what do you think you bring to this Giants team to help them take the next step forward this season?
Yeah, well, first off, thank you. And I feel like I bring just playmaking ability and consistency when I'm on the field, as far as, I'm going to get open. I'm going to make myself available to the quarterback, and you can count on me to make plays. And once I make enough plays, if that draws more attention, then it's going to open up things for guys around me. And I feel like we can always work and help each other out by the way that we play. Because you got Saquon, you got our receiving core. I'm excited about just how balanced our offense can be. But I'm definitely going to be somebody that's I want to lead the charge as far as like we're going to make stuff happen as an offense.
You spent 5 seasons with the Raiders before heading over here to New York. Is there anything that you've noticed different about maybe the culture of the locker room or the makeup of the team? What have you noticed kind of different from your time here in New York since compared to the Raiders back in Las Vegas?
Man, as far as the locker room, I don't feel like it's too much different. I mean, it was a really close-knit group when I was there, as far as the players and guys that I always love and will miss being around. But and I can already tell it's the same thing here. But I feel like the environment is it's a mixture of like fun and like loose, but it's also like holding you to a high standard. Because I've been in environments where it's like, it depends on your coaching style, right? It's like it's like strict, like, hey, we're here to do business, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like here it's like, there's like the team meetings are like raucous and people are yelling, like, and it's just it makes it fun to show up to work every day. And it's like, it's tough to replicate that. And I feel like those guys do a good job of not only holding you to a high football standard, but also like, hey, like we're playing music in the team meeting room at the end or whatever it may be. Like we want you guys to have fun while you're doing this too.
Yeah, how big of a difference does that really make, do you think, in terms of even just the vibes in the locker room? I've heard players on the Chiefs talk about that with Andy Reid, where he kind of lets players be themselves. Do you think that's like, how much do you think that kind of really helps the team, especially at the NFL level? Because at least from what I hear from some coaches, they kind of treat it like you're still a college kid, whereas other coaches will let you be yourself in those meetings, really show your own character. How much do you think that helps a team in the middle of a football season?
I feel like it helps a lot because, I mean, at the end of the day, these players are grown men that have
Right.
done well at every stage that they've been at, and at being themselves. There's always more coaching, more teaching, more learning we can take. But as far as like just who a guy is at his core, like I feel like that should be embraced, and I feel like that's why guys will run through a wall for Andy Reid, because he's like, hey, like I want you to be yourself, because I know that I want you to play the game the way you play the game and the way you feel most comfortable doing that. And I feel like that goes a long way just in building the relationship, because coaches and players, I feel like, should be aligned, moving in one direction. It's not like coaches above players or players are more important. Just it takes everybody. And when coaches do that and allow guys to be who they are while also holding the standard for play, is that's the best environment to succeed in.
Who's the biggest character in the locker room? Maybe even just on the offensive side of the football.
Offensive side of the football, I'll probably go with my boy Shep. I love Shep, man. He has me dying every single day. But defense, it's Hottie, without question.
That's awesome. What would you consider a success for you on a personal level this football season?
Success for me on a personal level is playing all 17 games. And from there, I know that my availability, me being on the field, I know good things are going to happen from that. And so I think everything just stems from that. And because the last few times I've done that, I feel like we've seen what I was able to accomplish. And it's just consistently making plays for the team and putting us in a position to win. And so, yeah, it just starts just being out there.
What have you found Daniel Jones to be like in the huddle there? Obviously, you've played with a few different quarterbacks now. Is there anything that Daniel Jones does or how he acts that makes him stand out a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, just very composed. Yet to see him, ride the emotional roller coaster of what football can be sometimes. He brings a certain stability to the huddle that, allows you to take a deep breath and allows you to be like, okay, like whether our last drive or our last period was crap or it was, the greatest show on turf, like we're still continuing to push forward. We're still going to, try to do things the right way and do it and play at a high standard. So I feel like he brings that. I mean, he's throwing the ball terrifically. He's a great athlete, one of the hardest workers. I mean, that's cliche, but I mean, you see it and it's like, yeah, that dude is like, it's legit. So there's just a lot of qualities about him.
Now, I mentioned at the start that you are partnered with Invisalign. Tell me a little bit about your partnership with them.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like you said earlier, there's been so many guys in the league that have used it, and you see those guys. It's like they got their clear aligners everywhere that they go, but it works, and you see their teeth close up. And I had some space between my teeth, and I wanted to get with them and work on that. And I thought it might be tough, like with the season starting, but they've been able to work around my routine and my schedule, whether it's like a virtual appointment or at the dentist office. They've really been helping me out, and I'm excited to partner with them and to help other people see the same results.
Perfect. I love it. Final question, Darren. Can you give me any kind of prediction for Sunday night?
I can predict a great game from both sides, slugfest. They're going to punch us in the mouth. We're going to punch them in the mouth, and it'll be one I feel like people will be talking about.
All right. I love it. I'll be there in the stands. I'm excited for it. Best of luck, Darren. And thank you so much for the time today.